going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And this episode we are still on the CRX on the hunt to get to SEMA. Last episode we got our Garrett turbos in place. We also did our downpipe and our rear header. Now this episode we are going to continue on the turbo system with some boost management. So first things first, I already prepped these snails. As you can see, I cut the piece off that you would normally slip a silicone end on. So what we're going to be using is these ferrules. These are some different ferrules I've used in the past, and they have like this clamp system. I'm not sure, Sam I think found these in Australia or something. So we have all these ferrules we're going to start unpacking. I want to mock up the intercooler and the radiator again so we can start connecting the dots as far as how we're going to come through here, through behind the headlight, and then merge to two and then into one. So this is a company called HDi out of Australia. They make these really cool high pressure HDi lamps. They're really sleek. They have no pins, they have no nothing. It's just this snap ring or this snap clip right here. So once it's installed, it's really smooth. Looks kind of cool. But the benefit of these guys is they have 2-inch. So no one else in the market makes 2-inch clamps. So these are gonna go right on that 90 like that. So this one's gonna spin up so that it's above that line, come in there. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna weld them on this 90 first. I'm gonna cut this back as far as I can go, and we'll tack weld it on there so that we have the whole assembly kind of like together, so that we know exactly where to position them on our turbos. So it's gonna go like right in there like that, because after this point it's gonna be titanium. So they're turning down some titanium versions for us on the opposite side so that we can basically situate these things however way we want. So I'm going to tack these onto the intercooler because I don't know which ones they're sending us as titanium, whether this side or this side. Whatever happens, I might have to switch them around, so I'll probably end up just tacking them in place. Same with these guys. And then we'll just tape the titanium on the ID of these and use these for mock-up. But this should be able to get us exactly where we need to go as far as getting all this side done today. And then we'll get this side done as soon as we get our throttle body in, which we're still waiting on. So we're gonna go ahead and finish unboxing these, start tacking these pieces together, and then get them on the turbos, and then start running our titanium down to our intercooler. All right, here's the moment of truth. So here's our full assembly. Pretty cool. You know, it's not a solid connection like a V-band. It floats around in there, which is cool because it can move with the engine vibrations. It's 2 O-rings that go inside of this clamp. It should handle about as much boost as you could throw at it. They're pretty cool. So yeah, this one's gonna go right in here like this. And I'm only tacking everything together, guys, because I want to make sure that I can run my charge piping out of here and I'm not gonna have any issues. So I'm gonna make my timing marks, and I'm going to tack that one in place first. Oh yeah! Perfect. Let's see what we can do about this side. I wonder if I'm going to have to do it like that. Yeah, I might have to do it like that. But it'd have to be like a 45. That might not look too bad actually, because then the intercooler pipe's going to be on top of each other. Then we see the super sweet Garrett logo. Oh, I like that. Right in the pocket. So I'm going to shave the outside of this mount out of the way to buy us a little more room. But this intercooler pipe will go right underneath, this will stay on top, and then it will go right into that hole. So we got the top half of our cold side done. The intercooler pipe's kind of mocked up. I'm liking this a little bit better. Originally I was thinking about they were going like both be down, but that's not possible, obviously, because there's something in the way. So, you know, we snake this one down below the coolant line here so we can still get our AN line there for the coolant. So we jogged down real low, came up, and now we're in this little pocket here. We'll make a little closeout panel once this is all situated. And then this guy just comes straight back. Gonna notch the motor mount bracket right there just to give it a little bit more clearance for engine movement and stuff like that. But all in all, that's looking like it's probably going to be it. So from here, we were thinking about doing 2 more of these guys so that the system is serviceable, in the sense that obviously we can't have all of this be one piece. You wouldn't be able to get it out. It'd be quite a nuisance. So this one's going to go like this, and then that one right beside it. So I'm gonna end up having to tape all this up to mock it up. It's kind of cool that we use these clamps actually, because traditionally, like Vibrant clamps have a hinge here and a big bump out with a pin. You wouldn't be able to sit them like side by side like this, you know, real tight. Whereas with these, you just put a flathead screwdriver in here and you pop this thing off, and then you just slide it out. So this actually worked out perfect for this application, for what we're doing right here. I gotta find some tape so we can tape all this up. I'm gonna put something under here because this actually needs to get lifted a little bit. Everything's loose right now because obviously we don't have the titanium ferrules in there. So I can't like tack weld everything in place. I have to just use the aluminum ones for now. Oh, and I gotta see if the headlight clears, but I'm pretty sure it does. It's like out here, like the buckets are, I think, more this way. So yeah, I'm gonna tape all this up now, get it all situated, get these in position. And then from there, we got 2 15-degree bends that we're gonna merge into a cone, which then is gonna get smashed into a transition that'll go into a 3-inch, and that 3-inch is going to finish out our system into the inlet on in our intercooler here. All right guys, here's our transition. So it's going to be a simple 2-inch to 3-inch transition with a cone. So we have our couplers here, a coupler here. So from here, it's going to go right in front of the wheel, just like that. Plug into those two, going into the turbos. And then from here, we're going to do a 90. Yeah, I don't need that other connection. I don't know what I was thinking taping that on. I'm gonna take this off and weld a 90 on the bottom of it, because we're gonna do a 90 and then a 90 and just have to do some straight sections in between. We're also gonna put the intercooler back on too. So we have our point B, or we have our point A. We'll go ahead and connect the dots now. All right guys, we got our driver's side on the ropes, finally. So we got our 3-inch coming down, going into our transition here, going into our 2-inch, into our turbos. And of course I did that layout backwards because the boost is gonna be this way, merging in here, coming up here, and here, coming across, getting cooled off. And then we're gonna build this, come up this hole right here, and into our throttle body that's sitting up there. So everything looks pretty tidy. The only thing we have to do is confirm that this is all going to clear. All right guys, so I decided to prep our throttle body first, and as you can see, I cut off the actual flange that originally is there. It acts as a bump out, so when you put your silicone or your rubber hose over it that goes to your airbox, it has something to latch onto and won't slip off. So normally you have to cut that off. I do a nice little Scotch-Brite on the existing aluminum casting so we don't have any impurities when we go to weld it. And had to prep this guy first to be able to accept this little flange onto our throttle body like that. So let's go ahead and tape it. Hopefully that's not too long. Sometimes you have to cut this back like all the way if you have any sort of constraints, you know, being able to make this bend. But I think we're gonna be okay now, and we're gonna start running our intercooler piping. So we have all of our 3-inch intercooler piping going down. Sam went ahead and put the oiling system in, got the start of that. We got our intercooler in from Garrett. We also have our turbos in under their own weight. And we have these really cool clamps from, what company is that from Australia?
It's HDi.
They're really cool because on tight clearances like down here, we don't have the pins or any of the hinges like the Vibrant units. So this works out great. So what's next on this build, Sam, and what are we gonna be focusing on the next couple weeks?
Yeah, next is just really finish up the coolant system, finish up all the fabrication we can so we get this car to paint, powder coat, plumbing the whole car. Biggest thing is we're waiting on the motor. So P2R is building the new motor this week, should be done. So ripping this one out because this is just the mock-up motor.
Yeah.
And then getting everything back together for final assembly.
And then as far as our intake manifold, anything like that, is there anything we have to fabricate on this engine before we go ahead and swap everything over?
No, I think we're pretty much there.
Yeah, I think so too. So you're working on the coolant system. We're gonna be doing that next. We're doing some hard lines here. And then also we're doing a, what's this called? Little swirl pot. So we're gonna be putting this in there. So we're just gonna keep stacking the Jenga blocks, guys. And we're super close to SEMA. What are we, like 40 days out?
Yeah.
Maybe 40 something. We're not even looking at the calendar.
Yeah.
So comment below if you like the project so far. Remember, go follow Sam's channel at Guichi Motors, and he's also working on the V12 car. Next episode, the episode after that, we're gonna take that V12 for a rip because I know Sam's got a couple things he's gotta iron that out. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you on the next episode.